Morning, and it's time to prep some Dungeons and Dragons. So that's what we're gonna do. Trying to log into the both Curse of Strahd Isekai games, and let's see what we got here. Going to my music folder. Gonna throw on some music. All right. Okay. So with that booted up. Okay. Let's see. What are we getting up to today and with the rest of this campaign? These are great questions to ask. Okay. So one thing that I wanted to look at real quick was something mechanical. I have a mod that I really like. It's called Blitz's voice acting, and basically it allows you to store a custom recorded audio clip on every NPC character sheet. And that is very useful if you run 5 or 6 games a week, and they take place in different campaigns, and they have different NPCs, and maybe one of them's like 3 years old and has hundreds of NPCs. So, you open it up, and you hit the play button, and then it plays a clip. It plays a clip, right? And part of my prep is to go through and record dialogue for all of my NPCs so that I have like a point of reference when I go to a character. You might hear when I'm running a game, I say, and then they say, what do they say? That's sort of my nervous tick for like clicking the play button and listening to their voice clip, because I try to record a voice clip that is very like, it captures how the character acts and what the character is about in one like brief saying or whatever, right? Every time I switch Foundry versions, it breaks that mod. Now, this time I have reason to believe that it was a Ripper mod called what was the one called? Media optimization. So I think that media optimization converted all of my voice files into a format that this doesn't like. So I did want to take a peek under the hood and see just what's going on there. I don't think it's going to help. I think, as always, my stuff is just lost forever. But we will go check it out. So voice actor by Blitz. It doesn't even tell me where it's storing this shit, right? So allow owner recording, allow limited and observer playback, use dark buttons. That's cool, I guess. Those are my only options for voice actor by Blitz. So if I go into Casimir, all right, if I hit this play button, it may try to play back a file for me. Does it have anything? Oh, I don't hear anything. All right, so it's busted, right? So if I do shift click to overwrite, I could say, yes, the journey is difficult, but it is worth any price. All right, so then we stop, and then we play.
Yes.
So I also don't know why it's coming in so fucking low. And again, there's no settings for me to mess with to make it come in any louder, except maybe the interface. Let's turn the interface up to 100.
Yes.
There we go.
The journeys.
The issue I have with turning my interface all the way up,
It is worth any
Oh, he's still coming in so low. Let me see. What's my music volume at? Turn that down just a smidge.
Yes. The journey is difficult, but it is worth any price.
It's also coming in like really tinny and shit. I don't know what's going on with that. But as you can see, I lost everybody. I lost everybody. And it's not like, oh, I want to keep all the voices consistent. I'm trying to be Matt Mercer over here. It's not that. It's that a lot can be conveyed in how a character talks. And like the rising of, you know, the undulation of like their sound, I don't know, audio words, basically the cadence, the way they talk. Not what they sound, not like the sound of their voice, but the way that they talk can communicate a lot of stuff. And so to lose that is very frustrating. So like Patrina is supposed to be like very imperious. She's supposed to have somewhat of an Eastern European accent, but not all the way. And like I gave her just a random fucking voice last week because I couldn't remember what her voice was recorded. And so I have no idea what's going on there. So if I go to content and I go to last week's thing, it's called Lost in Thought, and we can watch this because it's our own video, so I don't think they can be pissed off at us. Here we go. And necrotic damage. Alright.
I'll fly down seeing a new, beautiful, naked woman.
Oh, of course,
and wake up Anna, because I'm like, this is going to be interesting.
Casimir, you burnt your own sister alive rather than let Strahd.
Alright. It worked. Okay.
She stares down at him imperiously.
Imperiously, there we go.
And she says, "What broken thing is this?"
Alright. So if we want to record it so that we have it moving forward, we would go here and do, "What broken thing is this that kneels before me, cowering, weeping? You are disgusting." Alright, so then if we're like, what does she sound like? We would go and hit this play button.
Here and do. What broken thing is this that kneels before me, cowering, weeping? You are disgusting.
So, couple of things. One, I wish this mod had a way to plug in clips manually. That would be phenomenal. Two, I guess we could probably develop something like that, but I don't know. It used to be so good and now it's not, and I don't know. I'm hesitant to invest the time into it. Before I had this, I would have an NPC document. I think I could show you I think I can show this document because the campaign is well and truly finished. Let's see. Skull and Shackles, inventory and crew. Okay. So this document right here, this is a big campaign. It had a lot of NPCs, all right? So over here, we had like 120 active NPCs or something. So the description, it says self-doubting and careless, right? So that's how that character should be portrayed. That's more important than the sound of that character's voice. Here it says Wu Mei. Helpful, quiet, curious, empathetic. Or empathic, okay? Then we go here, Infanta, right? All the real ones, remember. Infanta is a Tyranno hamster micropod. It is a terrifying beast of destruction. So obviously, it just roars and screams a lot. We've got Gus. Gus is a male in Tattoo. He is a hungry boy, he is lazy, and he is sweet. Okay, so I would take the race, because I'm just the worst. I would take the race, the gender, also the worst, and then I would take these descriptions, and if I couldn't remember what the character sounded like, I would just kind of go off of that, right? Now, Jimmy, he's a Rahadumi, aka Tabaxi. He's a dude. He's just a total badass. Notice I put dude here instead of male, because that comes across a little bit different to me. Bold, wait, just a total badass. So when you're talking to Jimmy, now what I should have added is southern drawl, right? Because he had a southern drawl. So when Jimmy would come on the screen, he would say stuff like, I don't know, Django. Whatever you think is best, I suppose, but don't be following your heart into a dead end. You know, so shit like that, right? He would say like cool, like southern draw, badass kind of stuff. Some of them didn't have anything here because I just never really needed to talk as those characters. Then we got Uncle B. He's a kobold hype man. We all know how a hype man talks. You know, he talks like the little guy in the rap video that's hyping up the guy that's singing, right? It's different than the big guy in the rap video. But like when Blitz's, or voice actor by Blitz, when I found that mod, I was like, this is it. I don't have to worry anymore, because anytime there's an NPC, I can just record the NPC's dialogue. Now I know what the NPC sounds like. I can always check back, and it'll be consistent tone throughout. And then every time I update, I lose my voice actor files, and it's just miserable. So here's some techniques I could probably do. At the beginning of a campaign, when I am setting up all of the voice actor NPCs or whatever, I could... Where am I going? Where am I going with this? Yes. All right, it's in there. It's in my brain. I could record the process, right? So then if I do lose the files again, I can re-watch that prep stream recording, that VOD, and I could at least hear what the original intent for those character voices were. So that'd be one level of backup. Two is I switch to a local system, and then I would be able to better troubleshoot why this is happening. Three, I reach out to Blitz and I say, listen, voice actor by Blitz is a fucking amazing mod. It changed my life forever, but there's a lot of things wrong with it. Can we like sit down and find a way forward that makes voice actor by Blitz just everything it could possibly be? That'd be pretty cool. Another thing I could do is I could be recording files locally on my computadora, right? So I think there's a voice recording. Yeah, voice recorder. So what I could do is I could boot up voice recorder. There you go, voice recorder. And then I could do new file, and I just go, if it's Patrina Velikova, I could say
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
No, do a new one, dude. Oh my god. I'm very good at this, by the way. Let's see, we want to do a new recording. Not an old recording. Start recording. What is this thing that kneels before me, cowering on its knees, crying? You are disgusting. Alright, so then I have that. And then I go in here and I rename it. And I do Patrina. Alright. So now I don't know how many files I could have here. I don't know how easily I could sort those files. But I could go into Show in Folder. Make a shortcut to my Sound Recordings folder. Which, by the way, it would look like this. I could then further sort it by going in and doing New Folder. Curse of Strahd. Drag Patrina over. Go in here. It's Curse of Strahd. It's Patrina. And then I just play it. I wish there was a faster way to play it, like from like the preview panel. because having to constantly go here, do this shit, that's a real pain in the ass, but that's fine. Ah, that's terrible. All right. So, let's see. No. I guess I'm saying, like, I should probably, if this functionality is so important to me, I need to find a way to make it reliable. Do you know what I mean? And I don't currently have a good way to make it reliable.
What is this thing that kneels before me, cowering on its knees, crying? You are disgusting.
Okay. So, probably the most reliable thing I could do would be record all these shits locally, store them in a cloud backed up location, and then when I'm running a game, I have a shortcut. I open that folder up, and then I can just grab, I can sample essentially the different characters. Then this is the third time that my voice actor files have been corrupted or removed or lost because of an update. Now, something I could also do, which would be hella tedious, is I don't know what downloaded actors I have that would have voice files on them already, but I could try exporting someone with a voice file, then importing them again to see how that works. So if I go to her, who we know has one, okay, and then I export her. Yeah, this might work. The other thing is no, it does work for Pathfinder 2. It's system agnostic. All right, so we're gonna export, and then we're gonna go over here, and they have Patrina in this game, but they didn't like find Patrina. But here.
What broken thing is
Now, this is a cool thing that happens is they're accessing the same actor ID because she came from a compendium for both these worlds. So I don't have to import her here to have the sound travel over. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's a great mod, but like at the same time, it just keeps breaking on me. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. This campaign is going to be over before the end of the year. All my campaigns are going to be over by the end of the year. I'm not going to switch over to a new system, I don't think, if I have Blitz and Blitz is working. So, like, it puts me in a tricky situation, right? Do I record locally or not? I think for any future games, so I think for the 4 games we're running next year, we should be recording all of the sample dialogues locally. If you have thoughts, please share them in chat or the comments. If you're just here vibing, that's cool too. Okay. So with that sort of Foundry VTT concern out of the way, what do we do now? How do we move forward? All right, let's grab our notes. This was definitely not me stalling. This was like a legitimate, I lost hundreds of recordings again, and I'm very sad about it. So, it is what it is. All right. We are in Amber Temple Revised. Okay. We are in Curse of Strahd Daybreak Checklist. Okay. We are in, what else are we in? Oh, I want to open up the calendar file that we were working on yesterday, during yesterday's prep. Let's see. I started playing WoW again because I just slowly got like hyper-focused on playing WoW. It wasn't even about playing the new content. It was just about playing WoW again. Much like Skyrim, for me, WoW is like very much a comfort game. Like I don't do any of the stressful shit of like raiding or guild politics or anything like that. I just fucking just play the game. It's the same way I play Sea of Thieves, right? Just show up for the vibes and that's it. It's been really nice. It's been really nice. It got me thinking about quest design. So too late for this campaign, I feel, because it's pretty much we got everything sorted out. But for future campaigns, I have some ideas, some AI custom GPT algorithmy shit. So I'm pretty excited for that. All right, we got Amber Temple revised. We got that. We need our binding of Vampire notes, because that's probably going to be a thing that they want to do. We're going to open up our calendar 2024. All right, good stuff. Okay, so today is the 25th. So I can go in here and I could block out this week right here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 sessions left. I am determined, I'm hell-bent on ending this in 16 sessions. So how are we going to end this fucker that fast, you might ask? All right. Let's take stock of where we are at. All right, where are we at? Okay, Anna. So, where is Anna at? Okay. Anna is losing patience. Anna wants the party to, quote unquote, survive and succeed. I think that's probably in quotes too. Okay. Doesn't mind monsters. After her big fail with werewolves, she has become even more unpredictable and overbearing. All right. Let's see. Patrina adds a big monkey wrench to the scenario. All right. Xanthus, the Kingmaker. Will she face him, embrace him, or leave things be? I guess I should probably ask the player that as well. Communication and all that stuff. Xanthus. Alright. I will ask right the fuck now. When you go over and you just want to message the character in Discord, but you have to remember the player's handle, and they keep changing their handle. Now, one does not change this password or stuff. Xanthus the Kingmaker, will she face him, embrace him, or leave things be? So throwing that out on the table. If she wants to face him down, comma, this will be an entire session. I'm not gonna lie, all of these dark powers end up being, from what we've seen, a whole ass fight. Alright, Daniel. So Daniel is currently possessed. So, currently possessed from his long rest activity. He is Zrinhala, the Howling Storm. Okay. Well, oh my god. Alright. put it right there. All right, I'll try to zoom in a little bit too. Nope, that's not. That's the wrong way for that. That's as zoomed in as we're gonna get. Currently possessed in Hollow the Howling Storm. About to become fully elemental. See, he's not undead. He's an elemental, but elementals don't have exhaustion. Let's see. Curse of Strahd notes and discussion. In 5e D&D, do any elemental creatures suffer exhaustion? But that's the reason that he's not triggering like undead shit, is he's not technically undead. He is an elemental the whole time. Elementals such as air, fire, earth are immune to exhaustion. Genies also have immunity to exhaustion. Alright, so that's got to kick in today. Alright, so can you sum up the resistances and immunities that a storm elemental, modified air elemental, might have? Certainly. Here's a summary of lightning damage, would resist lightning. Thunder damage would resist thunder. Non-magical weapon damage would resist. Immunities. As an air elemental, the storm elemental is immune to exhaustion, reflecting its nature. Grapple, paralyzed, being composed of storm energy and air would be immune to petrification. Poison damage. Elementals are typically immune to poison damage, reflecting their non-organic nature. Poison condition. Prone. Storm elementals cannot be knocked prone as life's traditional up or down. Unconscious. Vulnerabilities. Alright. So we got to contact them as well. So we'll contact Tenebris. Hey. With your possession, comma, your transformation would continue. This is good, comma, but also bad. You would gain, let me see its character sheet. Let's see, resistance to thunder damage. And poison. This is thunder damage. Immunity to poison, damage, and poison status. And then immunity to exhaustion. This is really bad because creatures with immunity to exhaustion die at 0 HP. Alright. Immunity to poison, blah, blah, blah. Resistance to thunder damage. Resistance to non-magical weapon damage. Okay. And then we'll put vulnerability to earth-based magics and effects. Alright. What else? Oh, okay. And then we have the undead resting. Alright. So that would be, let's see, 5e undead playable race. It's the one from Hollow one. There we go. Okay. And nope. D&D Beyond. Hollow one. They just never just show you hollow ones. So annoying. All right, we'll go to my characters. Create a character. Standard. Yeah, allow all this shit. Hollow one. Good. All right. Hollow one's not showing up. All right, so it would be a human. How do we access hollow one? It would be in Explorer's Guide to Pallid Elf. No, where the fuck this shit at? All right. Let's go to source. I hate how this is like hidden away. It should be a playable fucking race. All right. What am I looking at wrong here? Lineages. Dampier, Hexborn, Reborn? No, Reborn's not the same. Reborn would work though. Technically, that's what Anna should have been. Deathless Nature. Here we go. You also gain. Let's see. Elemental Nature. You are no longer mortal. A fact represented by the following. You have advantage in saving throws against disease and being made poison. You have resistance to poison damage. You have advantage on death saving throws. No, you don't need that. You don't need to eat, sleep. Eat, drink, or breathe. You don't need to sleep, and magic can't put you to sleep. You can finish a long rest in 4 hours. You spend those hours in an inattentive, motionless state during which you regain consciousness. Okay, so that's taken care of there. So then I want to ask, if he had a choice. If you had a choice, sure. Yay, dyslexia. If you had a choice, comma, would you fight Zrinhala for control, fight for freedom, set them free, embrace them fully, leave things as is? Alright, so we're going to send that shit over. And we're going to go in here. We're going to go to Daniel. We're going to go here. Amber Temple. Let's see. Dark Gifts. Alright, we're going to go ahead and add a item here. We're just going to call it a feature. And the feature is going to be Elemental Nature. Alright, we're going to copy this and put it here. Good. We're going to go here, here, here. Environment? Wilderness? There we go. What represents the elements? There's this ring here. I kind of like that. Doesn't have to make sense. Alright. So we'll drag that onto a sheet. Okay. And then we're going to go down to wherever we put it. There we go. And then we're going to put elemental nature dash storm. And then we'll put further resistance to thunder, resistance to non-magical weapon damage, immunity to poison, damage, and poison status, immunity to exhaustion, and then vulnerability to earth-based effects. All right. Beauty. Daniel is a fantastic character. Tenebrous Jones is a fantastic player. If he applied for another of my games, it would be a pretty hard decision to not pick him for a group because he is so fucking good. So if he ever applies for a game that you're running, do not be afraid. He is fantastic. All right. Daniel plans to embrace. All right, that's cool. Going over to Juanito. Let's see. Basil. Oh. Oh, that's cool as hell. Alright, let's see. Where's Juanito's response? In for a penny, in for pounds. Xantris gets the same choice. What? Okay. I mean, girl, comma, he has been ready. Let's fucking go. Alright, so that answers that question. She plans to embrace. Alrighty. This is looking pretty bad. It's looking pretty bad. Alright, so Shane. Shane has fully embraced. Hey, what's up, Dom? Good morning. I don't know if you just got here, but you missed my, I don't want to say a rant, but my very heartfelt, emotional exploration of how much I like Voice Actor by Blitz and how devastated I am to have lost hundreds of recordings yet again. So, yeah, fun times, good stuff. It does occur to me that I could go poking around and try to find the files, but there's no way to plug them back in through the mod's interface. So, yeah. And now I'm deep in prep, so I guess I'll not worry about it and just move on with my life and just make up new voices for everybody. Fun. Alright. Let's see. So this one is Shane. Shane is fully embraced. Shami, I think her name is. Shami Amorai. Amore? Shami Amore? Okay. The Lady of Delights. Alright. Dude is just DTF. His goals are now a mystery even to me, comma, though I imagine Shami having access to his mind and memories would love to go to Earth, which is devoid of powerful magic, and just go ham on the populace. I don't know, man. So my solution was to just start recording everything locally with voice recorder on Windows and just sort it into folders. And then like when an NPC shows up and I don't remember their voice, I can just look it up real quick and play the clip for myself. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. We'll see though. I wish there was an easier way to preview sound files in Windows, and there probably is with like a plugin or a setting or something. All right, so now we got to go to Darius. All right, so Darius, brain broken, feeble mind. Dragon almost has full control of him. Alright, 14 minutes till the game. I'm going to ask the same thing. If you had the choice, would you fight Tarachamedes For control, fight for freedom, set them free, embrace them fully, leave things as is. So I want to ask that same question of this guy, Lex. Here we go. Big question. If you had a choice, would you fight track meets for control? Blah, blah, blah. All right. And then finally, we got to deal with Tiernan. All right. Tiernan Beckett. Okay. Reincarnated with the life force of... I feel so bad that I can never remember Taltos's name. Life force of Taltos, Druid of the Fanes. Okay. Your connection to the Fanes is limited here, comma, but they still cry out for justice, for freedom, and for the power of the lands to be returned. They are ancient and wise, comma, and adaptable. They understand their champion is surrounded by darkness. They must decide, do we cousin with Mother Night and the Shadows to regain the power that was taken from us? And I want to say yes, because they really want to escape. They're fey creatures. They don't really have an alignment anyways. They are pushing the Seeker to be good so that he will remain in opposition to Strahd, but he has put himself in a situation where he is definitely at opposition with Strahd no matter what. So, Fanes will lift alignment-related restrictions on the Seeker and his powers, as long as he remains opposed to Strahd and true to his quest of restoring the land. All right. So I'm going to send that over to Tiernan, who is... what's this dude's name? Everyone changes their names all the time. All right. Hey, yo. Update on Fanes. Fanes will drop alignment-related restrictions. Okay. And then I'm going to ask the same question of Tiernan. If you had the choice, would you fight the Fanes for control, fight for your freedom, set them free, embrace them fully, leave things as is? All right, it's a little weirder. Also, big question. 10 minutes till the game. I know it wasn't recorded, but remember the deal way back when. The soul to be ruler. Anna has something that does not belong to her. That's true. You living on borrowed everything. Let's see. Also, if you don't mind answering this question, looking around and looking ahead, comma, what does whatever is left of your character want? Question mark. This is a strong question. All right, so we'll ask that. that. We'll ask that. There we go. We'll hit up Gibby. All right. Excellent, excellent. Okay. We're cooking this morning. It's good. Lex says, normal Darius would fight for freedom, or the very least control, but current feeble-minded Darius doesn't have that logical reasoning to process. Okay. But if your mind was restored, would you... Yeah, let's see what he says. All right, so here's the thing. It sounds like, again, with Darius, if he tries to fight, that's going to be a whole session. So we'll add that down here under Darius. All right, if he wants to face him down, this will be an entire session, but, comma, he plans to embrace. All right. So I think the heroic aspiration aspect of Shane is just gone now. All that is really present and active is the selfish, immediate id that just wants and takes. Okay. All right, so Shami Amore would very much like to return to Earth with you. So the two of you can set yourselves up as rich celebrities and be worshipped in a world with no pesky wizards to stop her. Alright, seems good. Okay. He likes the endorphin rush she gives him. He'd even aid Strahd at this point if it helped. Damn. Tracking me is better have a good reason to continue this partnership. Otherwise, I guess it's time to throw hands. A good reason. Your strength and his ancient mind would create the perfect being. You could be unstoppable. What other reasons would Darius want? Question mark. Sometimes it's easy to like get into the head of like a dragon, because dragons, sure, they're pretty complex, but they're also like the embodiment of a force, whether it's an elemental force, a magical force, a belief. So they're pretty like on script, you know what I'm saying, for what you would expect and how they would think. A real body would be nice. Being undead is interesting and all, but bad for the mental. Initially, she didn't want to be alone, which is why she pushed for people to take partners, so they were also trapped in Barovia with her. However, the minuscule growth that might occur is that she would not be alone now and they could leave if they wanted to. She would try to help them out, indebtedness for saving her from Dirt's Manor. Otherwise, need to take Strahd Gustav down. The parallels are too great there. Who's Gustav, you think? You think it's a typo? I don't know who Gustav is. I'm a little confused. That's okay. Alright. Ultimately, he wants to escape. He needs to be punished, but he wants to run away. Jeez. Daniel. That's rough. Alright. Loyalty isn't a concept he holds in high regard anymore. I think Shami would be willing and wanting to help Shane and the redheaded bride as revenge, and possibly give Shami another avenue for success. Bride replacement. Okay. Alright. So that's a lot. That's a lot going on right there. Players, I wanted to check in and see if things were stable. They're not. They're fucking crazy. So, what do we do here? What do we do? I checked off today's game. It's not today's game. So we might do Vampire today. Maybe. Maybe. And then they have all these other days left to go. So things that I need to build are these. Things to do. Prep. Alright. What is left? Alright, so things that are still hanging out in the air is Winestones. Alright. I think the hags are still alive in this game. Pretty sure. So, hags. So we've got Winestones and we got hags. Okay. We've got underneath the Winestones one left, and it's with Baba Lysaga. Normally the Baba Lysaga is a tough fight. I'm just gonna bring I'm gonna bring pumpkin head effigies. That'll still be a thing. So then we got hags continue to assault the party's dreams. Okay, but not everybody's dreaming anymore, and they're embracing. So that could be kind of cool. Embraced characters who are targeted, would annihilate annihilate the hags. Hag doing the feeding. Okay. So the other thing is, with the hags, they did manage to kidnap a lady, and they are up in the mountains somewhere, and they're recouping, essentially. So I might have one more visit from a hag. If they target someone who is embraced, they'll just wake up in the morning, and the hag will be dead next to them, killed in a manner consistent with their dark powers abilities. So that would be pretty fucking cool. At that point, the last hag of the coven, she has her work cut out for her, creating new sisters, so she's pretty much donezo's for the rest of the campaign. So that's how that loose end would play out. What about Werewolf Army? Alright, so Werewolf Army, betrayed by Anna and the Walking Dead, comma, the werewolves become easy recruits for Roderick, the Red Wolf, and I can't remember the name of the bride who likes animals. Let's see. Valenta. Alright. Oh, it's game time. Fuck it! Here we go. Hope everybody's having a great morning, and we'll see you next time. Here, we'll throw up a raid thing for that. Alright, get the music going. Man, 16 sessions to wrap all this shit up. Whoo, baby. We'll make it work. Somehow. Alright. Let's see. Daybreak voice. Go. Curse of Strahd start music. Go. Alright, and I'm out, guys. Have a great morning. See you next time.